What's good, everybody? It's your boy Matthew Maley for MatthewMaley.com. We are back on the couch. It is officially Friday night, well, Saturday morning now, but it is time for another weekly movie review. So let's get right to it. This is a flick that I really didn't have any desire to see when it was out in theaters, but my roommate was watching it on pay-per-view, and I said, you know what, let's check it out. There really isn't a whole lot that just came out that I really want to review. I've already seen Looper, and, well, I still will probably watch it and do a review for it. Didn't feel like watching it yet. So I said, you know what, let's spend the $1 on Redbox, and let's get Premium Rush, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who you guys know I'm a big fan of, Dania Ramirez, who I'm also a big fan of. She's gorgeous. Michael Shannon, who I've liked a lot of things that he's in, specifically Boardwalk Empire, though I hate him in it. And Jamie Chung, who I've always loved ever since she was on The Real World, especially in Sucker Punch, especially in Hangover 2. I love that one. She's gorgeous, like absolutely gorgeous. And she's turning into a decent actress, though that isn't really necessary for this movie. So the basic setup of the movie is all about bike messengers in New York City. And it's kind of one of those movies that when you get done watching it, you're kind of like, okay. You know, it's one of those that, like, the world isn't better for it. You aren't better for it. The time you wasted on it isn't better for it. It's just one of those push out, here comes Hollywood movies, honestly. And not that that's a bad thing, because, hey, that's what Hollywood does sometimes. But, I mean, there was nothing to it. It is the most basic, turn-off brain, kill an hour and 40 minutes type of movies in history. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a bike messenger, as is Dania Ramirez. But Joseph Gordon-Levitt, named Wiley, like Wile E. Coyote, is just the most crazy, has a death wish type of rider. Fixed gear, no brakes, just the baddest of the bad. Always, I mean, if you want to see somebody get you something there quick, he's your guy. So it delves a little bit into like the subculture of the bike messengers, which honestly is kind of a subculture where a lot of people really don't like bike messengers because they do have to ride very defensively and aggressively a lot of times because people will kill them if they don't. So it delves into that a little bit, but really the predominant plot of the movie is Jamie Chung's character gives an envelope to Joseph Gordon-Levitt to deliver to a specific place by a certain time, whatever. Pretty much as soon as he picks up the letter, this character demands that he gives it to him. Character played by Michael Shannon. Well, turns out Michael Shannon is a dirty NYPD cop who has a preponderance of gambling on Pai Gow. Not the cards Pai Gow, the dominoes Pai Gow. Don't know how to play it. Apparently he doesn't either because he's stuck a lot of money. So he's in way too deep and gets a tip that a certain person is going to be delivering a certain ticket that's supposed to go to a Hawala person, where a lot of immigrant societies or immigrant, subgroups in big cities don't deal in cash, and they also don't trust the banks. So they will deal with these Hawala people who essentially are like money transfer stations. They're like Western unions amongst different groups of ethnicities. So all we know is that Jamie Chung's character is wanting to send money. We don't know what it's for. We don't know where it's going. We don't know why, who, what, any of that stuff. All we know is that Joseph Gordon-Levitt has got to get it there by 7, and Michael Shannon is going to do everything he possibly can to attempt to intercept this letter. And that's really the movie, to be quite honest. I mean, we get a little bit more in depth to the elements of Dania Ramirez who's dating Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I don't know why I almost called him Levitt Smith. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character, but she's pretty fed up with his general outlook on life. Apparently, he was going to law school, is essentially done with it, just has to go and take the bar, but won't. He says that they don't make good money, but he gets paid to ride his bike, and he'd rather do that than be sitting in a suit in an office. Which I get that, I understand that. But that's kind of the back and forth between his character and Dania Ramirez, is she wants him to be more serious. But really, it isn't that she wants him to go get a real job. She's okay with him being a bike messenger. She just doesn't want him to drive or to ride as stupidly as he does and put a brake on his bike. Then we get the other character, the character of Manny, who not only is trying to take his girl, but is also trying to be the baddest and best rider, challenging him to races and stuff. And it just kind of goes from there. Like I said, you're not getting anything smart from this movie. One thing I do want to give it props for, and in my opinion, the best part of the movie, next to having two absolutely gorgeous women in it, was how they did a lot of the filming. A lot of it is filmed kind of like in segments. Then they'll go back in time. There's constantly like a little ticker that's coming across the bottom in terms of keeping track of the time. And then they'll go back, and then they'll go forward, and then they'll go back. But the thing that was the absolute coolest was there's a few different times where, as he's riding and he gets caught in some crazy traffic, the time freezes, and he runs through what different routes will be, and which ones would work, or which ones he would run into something, or hit a baby stroller, or get hit by a truck, all these different things. And I really liked how they did that, partly because I feel when I'm driving, that's kind of what I do. So when I'm on the freeway, I'm thinking, okay, if I make this turn, this, it's obviously not to the level, that he's doing with his life and death, going 50 miles an hour down Broadway. But I liked how they did that. I thought that was really well done. I thought Michael Shannon did a good job, as always. He's a really good actor. Really creepy, really assholey, very douchey. He hates that term in the movie. But is always really good at what he does, So I got to give him props for that. I will say it gets a little over the top. I mean, he plays the crooked cop to the nth degree. So I think it gets a little overboard. But in the same sense, it's okay just because of the movie. You know what I mean? Like, if it was more of a serious movie, I would hold it against him more. But it's the type of movie that you really wouldn't hold it against him for. So he definitely plays an NYPD, money, trouble, dirty cop pretty well. So it is a fun movie. I can't say it was a great movie. Everybody did a good enough job. But, it's not like you needed to have acting chops to sink your teeth into this or something. When you look at what Joseph Gordon-Levitt's gone from, Inception, you got to have some, acting ability. To Batman, Dark Knight Rises, again, to Looper, which was so sick. I mean, all those things were well-acted movies. To then this, which is just like, put it on autopilot, ride a bike around. Cool? All right, here's your check. So, I'm not saying that it wasn't an entertaining movie, because it was. But don't expect anything like that in depth. I will admit there were some scenes where you're kind of on the edge of your seat, like, oh, how's he going to get out of this? And certain things like that. But at the same time, there's nothing that is awe-inspiring. There's nothing that's groundbreaking. You know what I mean? There also is a funny kind of ongoing story with this NYPD bike cop. That's kind of funny how that resolves at the very end. Plus, there's, they mentioned a couple times that he used to, it's sort of one sentence, in fact, that he used to get all these injuries when doing crazy tricks in competitions. So then they have him do, a scene of, mountain bike tricks to escape police in this one scene. So they kind of get like an ode to that. But overall, I mean, it doesn't quite hit the mark as trying to be like a counterculture, expose, nor does it quite hit the mark of being just do what you like, don't conform type of film. So really, it is just a kill some time type of film. So don't expect anything more than that, and you'll enjoy it. At least I did. So at the end of the day, I'm giving it 3.5 stars. I know that's what I give everything, but it wasn't quite good enough to be 4. But I will say it was better than just like the bare average. So plus Joseph Gordon-Levitt always does a great job in everything he's in. So does Michael Shannon. So they both did a great job, and for that reason, it's a 3.5 star movie. Add into the fact Jamie Chung's gorgeous, and so is Dania Ramirez, and I probably should give it 4. But I'm not going to be swayed by the beauty of women, at least not this time, though I have been about 463 billion other times. So not this time. But anyway, there you have it, my newest weekly movie review for Premium Rush, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt, starring Michael Shannon, Dania Ramirez, and Jamie Chung. So let me know what you guys like, or what you guys think, if you liked the movie, if you didn't, if you kind of agree that it was just a brainless, kill of some time, or do you think that it was better than that? Let me know what you guys would rate it out of 5 stars, as always. So once again, thank you guys for checking out my videos. I am Matthew Maley. This is MatthewMaley.com. The website is completely up to date with all 2013 videos up, so definitely go check that out. Got the new 2013 video blog tab listed, as well as all my previous entries, so definitely go check that out. You can also check me out directly on YouTube if you like. Just search for Matthew Maley Poker or MatthewMaley.com. You can also check me out on Facebook. I post everything up there as well, so search for Matthew Maley Poker. You can follow me on Twitter at Matthew Maley, and finally follow me on Instagram at Matthew Maley Poker. So hope everybody has a great weekend. Check out this flick. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out, y'all.